Hello there, people who have access to the internet and who are currently using it to watch this video. My name is Pun Food, or just Pun if you prefer. And I kind of knew, but I was kind of hoping, like, it wouldn't be true, but also, like, it doesn't really matter. Whenever you leave the game and come back in, it deletes your abilities and your friends that you had. So, doesn't delete your star count for whatever reason, or your lives, but for some reason it just gets rid of your friends and copy abilities, but that's okay. We have other people to choose from. Let's get our good pal Gooey in here. It's Gooey. It's fine that we don't have our other friends. Hold on. If I ride him, yeah, now we can see. It's Gooey with the ridiculously long tongue. This weird wobbler has hopped in from Kirby's Dream Land 3. Not even Gooey knows why he's here, but we're all glad to see him show up. Yeah. Gooey is an amalgamation of, like, all of the Dreamland 3 copy abilities. And also has a whip tongue for some reason. Interesting. If you make him fly, he then has dark matter kind of attacks. Is the amalgamation of every Dreamland 3 ability? No, it doesn't look like it. Oh, down and then up. Yeah, that move. Okay. Anyway, now with Gooey, we can make our way onward. So, sorry to any of those who were waiting to see, King Dedede, but, we won't be using him. Just because I kind of didn't really fully think it through. When I recorded the last two episodes, I was really tired. Oh, here we are, World of Miracles Popstar. So, we're just kind of exploring the entire... No, we're just kind of exploring the entire planet all as one thing. Okay, if this is like Onion Ocean, then this should be Nutty Noon, but Nutty Noon is still... I mean, I guess, the world changes in between games. You're not having the same Nutty Noon always up here in the grassland, always here. But still, it is a bit sad that we don't get to explore all of Popstar one by one like we do in other Kirby games, but I guess for now we'll head off to Friendly Field. We need to get some new allies, and a new ability for ourselves. Alright, here's a new ability. It's Cleaning Kirby! Back from Kirby's Dream Land 3. You basically have the ability to sweep, like in that game, but this time you can get everybody all in a big bunch, and it has a wind attribute. And the final sweep does that, but a single sweep is more like that. Up is Pitch from Dreamland 3 in bucket form. Then we have, I believe Nago is the name of the cat. And then, Dash in Midair is Chew. So basically, you just have the different animal partners as part of your moveset. Because those would be the abilities they would give you in Dreamland 3. Anyway, pretty simple. We'll take Broom Hatter along. The thing is cleaning is very useful because it has access to both water and wind elements. So, it can give you wind for wind puzzles and water for water puzzles. Which is useful. Anyway, but we need to get a better ability for ourselves. My opinion of cleaning is it's better as an ally in this game, and honestly, even then, it's not really the best. Alright, here's a better ability. It's Cutter. Cutter's classic. Gooey can give us Splash, which can also be used pretty well. But I guess actually I want to go back here and I want to show to you the best ability ever. It's Sleep. Ugh. Oh. I didn't know that was counted as like a friend action. Alright. I somehow just jumped right through that. Oh. Alright, here we go. This is what I wanted. Bluster Cutter. Splash Cutter is cool, but Bluster is probably... Like, I either go for, you almost never want Splash. It's kind of a weaker version of, Frost or whatever it's called. But these ones go straight up, which Bluster always heavily augments whatever moveset we're going for. What's the final cutter like in this one? I have to know. Oh, you just get a lot more height and elevation. Right. Okay. So, yeah. But like Bluster Cutter, now you can do that. Although Bluster doesn't actually do as much damage over time as the other elements, purely because it's wind versus, like, you know, electricity or fire. Fire is usually good for damage over time. Ice is kind of the trap layer. Electricity, it's kind of just hits a lot of times, usually in any given attack. What else? Splash, I don't know why you'd use Splash, and then Bluster just kind of augments whatever you got to be more height-based. Vertical-based, I guess. Yeah. I don't think Gooey has access to wind as an element, so... I don't know why I brought him along, actually. No one knows why he's here. So... yeah. Like, pretty good height on the final cutter. Alright. And then... But this level is clearly designed to teach you about wind as an element, considering the only way you could get it before is friend... what do you want to call them? The dream friends. If you have a dream friend, with a wind element, would be the only way you could get wind before this level. But we've seen ways to get all the other elements, so... But wind's pretty cool. Or I guess if you got enough enemies together to get a mix ability. Anyway, Dream Palace open, so... yeah. But... our time, with this friend group is nearing a close simply because, we just... I'm actually gonna turn this guy into a Bluster Cutter ability. And let's grab this guy for myself, because I want to show you, I want to show you the majesty. Oh wait, this is Splash Bomb. Yeah, somehow you can throw like a lit bomb with water on it. I mean, I get that water doesn't put out fire, it suffocates fire, that's why, you know, fire goes out. I would actually say that Water Bomb is probably one of the better ones because of how much splash it does, but what I really want to show is Bluster Bomb, because just jumping with it, it inflates into a hot air balloon, which is pretty cool. And then they do a little slow fall, so honestly, and they produce like a little air. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Blister Bomb is just kind of fun to play around with sometimes. Anyway, now it's time to combine using these friend platforms or whatever. These are basically just, we're gonna do our super ultimate move of holding hands and making a circle of friends that somehow just rolls down and destroys everything. Powered by friendship. I don't know. Name's clever, but honestly, it's like one of the weirdest, you know, like, why does this work, you know? It's like, and the worst part, it's the only one of these, transformations that really has a clever name, like Friend Circle. The other ones just kind of have lame, you know, like, that's not really a pun kind of names, you know? Anyway, that's the end of the level. Pretty short, pretty easy. I mean, it's Kirby Star Allies. I think Kirby Star Allies is a good game to just mess around with all the ability combos, honestly. That's my first time not getting one, which is sad. Okay. I'll do better next time. Anyway, this puzzle should be done soon. There's puzzle piece. Alright. Now, we unlock a dream palace and another level. Reef Resort. Okay. Do we want to bring along anyone else? I'll save it for another episode. I think I want to do it more of like in every episode we bring along a new friend. So we'll just head to Reef Resort. I'm telling you right now, basically everyone on the team is gonna be said goodbye to. Going underwater removes elemental affinity from bombs, apparently. Alright. It's time for Parasol. Alright. Didn't even try to grab the guy. Parasol is one of the few abilities that can be used underwater. There aren't many water levels in this game from what I remember. Okay. Hidden door. What puzzle is this one? We need Burning Leo. So, sorry, Mr. Broomhatter. You are leaving us behind. Okay. Now, the Parasol's ability is to make a giant parasol. For some reason. I don't know why. I mean, it makes sense, but like, why can't... I guess the Parasol can also give water to other friends, but I don't know why it's the friend ability. Also, I have to close this. How do you close this thing? Okay, there we go. I don't know why they made the Paras... Like, you can give water to elemental affinities to other friends' weapons, but, like, I feel like the Parasol, instead of giving water, should have just been... Like, Hammer got its fire effect removed in this game from its Hammer Uppercut, or whatever it's called. Hammer Flip. But... you know, Parasol didn't get its water affinity removed. I don't know why they couldn't have made it so that Parasol gets... Maybe they like the idea of a giant umbrella too much, you know. They're like, we can't give Parasol elemental variants because then who would want to use the giant Parasol, or it wouldn't really work with the giant Parasol. You know, that kind of thing. Anyway, there's some squishies. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Nothing much under here. Water levels are kind of slow, but at least Kirby, like, unlike Mario, though, Kirby actually controls fairly fine, like, okay, in the water. Mario just kind of controls like infinite jumps, but it's not that great. Like in Wonders they add Dolphin Kick, but it doesn't actually do that much, in my opinion. Do we add Dribbly? I think I'm personally gonna take something. I'm gonna take water for myself. Never mind. Also, when abilities land in the water, they immediately die. Or get destroyed. Oh, I was hoping I could demonstrate, but I guess I'll need a larger body of water. Also, water can't go into the water, like, with its attacks, which I find, like, yeah, I guess if you add water to water, it just creates more water. Oh, I need Parasol, don't I? Okay. It's saying have 2 Parasols, but really all you need to do is just to have someone who doesn't let go of the up button. Oh. Okay. You light that. Now we wait for that. And then do that. I don't know. I think this game, with all its various puzzles of combining various powers, is kind of cool, but also, like, you're in a state where if you have a dream friend, you never want to get rid of your dream friend to allow for required abilities, because dream friends are, like, rarer or whatever, you know. But at the same time, if you have, like, what do you want to call it, not a dream friend, or, like, you know, I don't know. It's like, it's a weird case of, like, it's a weird case of, what do you want to call it? Like, if you have a dream friend, you know, don't fill up your team with only dream friends unless you know you're going into a boss fight. But then once you get out of the boss fight, you know, and you go into a normal level, then you're like, well, I don't want to sacrifice all my dream friends just for some puzzle, you know, and it's like, but I also have a really fun ability as Kirby, such as Yo-Yo or whatever, that I don't want to give up to give my friends elemental affinities so they can actually complete the puzzle. And Star Allies quickly turns into a game of, like, you know, like, it just becomes a complicated game of, like, who do I sacrifice, you know, to complete this puzzle, or something to that effect, you know, in my experience. Which doesn't make it unfun, it just makes it, I don't know, not my personal. I didn't want water goo. Well, we got Splash Sword. Seems to be some sort of, like, cleaver thing. Alright. Oh, they got rid of the, Skyward Strike. Because of how, the up button is used to... Anyway. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Kirby just decides, I'm gonna strike my sword with lightning and then do a thing. Except when you go in the air, where then it does that. So actually, with lightning, it might be more beneficial to do that one. You know. I think Shock is or Zap is pretty good. It usually involves making, like, shockwaves around wherever the damage impact was, versus, like, I don't know what you want to call it. Like, oh, right, his ability. Cook. Cook makes a bunch of food to heal you with. It's a screen clear when used by Kirby. But if you get Chef Kawasaki to use it as your friend, he actually has a moveset. Which is interesting, but also, like, why can't regular Kirby have a moveset? And he instead has a timer on how long until he can use it again. I don't know. But the Zap variants of various abilities, you usually focus on, like, shockwave type damage. versus the fire ones care about like spreading fire all over the place. The ice ones care about like sort of setting icy traps. The splash ones kind of do similar to fire, but feel like they don't do as much because water doesn't feel as strong as fire, even though like that's not true at all, you know. But whatever. Alright. Puzzle pieces, please. Okay, we're basically done with... This should be our first puzzle completed. And this is the first rival. Anyway, Star Allies was clearly created as a, like, anniversary game. Like, it's not just released on Kirby's anniversary, or in Kirby's anniversary or whatever, but it was created, like, to specifically be a sort of celebration of all of Kirby's history. Anyway, we have time for this level. Learn how to use techniques. Oh, they're not called moves, they're called techniques. Okay, I guess that makes sense. We're not playing Pokemon. Okay, I want this guy. This is Spider. It's kind of sad when it's like, in the other Kirby games, if you have an ability that's not like a weapon or something, it's fine. But in this game, if you have like Spider, Plasma, Chef, and Gooey, yeah, Gooey's here too. It just feels weird because they can't really interact with each other's friends, you know, ability thing. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. Oh no. Here we go. Yeehaw! We're back here exploring the new frontier outside of Dreamland. Now, I never done heard of any place outside of Dreamland where I come from. You have Dreamland and not Dreamland. And not Dreamland, we don't go there. We don't trust those folks, you know. Oh, I'm sure they're pretty nice, alright, but they don't understand, you know, how us cowfolk have to live. We spend all day herding cattle, and they spend all day doing something called a YouTube. It's very weird, honestly, you know. Just not really one of those things you would ever do when there's farm work to be done, you know. And, you know, we gotta, you know, just learn how to get along, you know, with each other. Okay, I'm sorry about that, you know. I just heard, you know, one of the cows, you know, cry out. I had to go check, make sure everything was okay, you know. Now we'll mosey on back into how do we get down here at this weird water place? I don't know, it doesn't look like no lake I've ever seen. Maybe it's some kind of newfangled lake. The things you kind of see when, you know, on those postcards, you know, do these places really exist? I never thought they did, but maybe I was wrong. You know, me living my whole life on the farm, you know, never really understood why anyone would want to go anywhere else, but, honestly, this place is, kind of relaxing now that I take a closer look at it, you know? What am I saying? I could never leave the farm. There's too much work to be done. If nobody was there, what would my kids inherit? Ah, yeah, the farm life for me. Herding cattle, raising sheep, watching them graze. You know, people say it's boring. People tell me, hey man, people say, hey man, why do you talk in that accent all the time? Like, we don't, you're the only farm around. The rest of it is just, you know, like you're right next to a Walmart. But I never understood what a Walmart was, you know. Is that like a place where I can go to buy a new barn wall? You know, some kind of place that they sell one of those newfangled door thingamabobs. You know, we don't have doors where I come from. All we have is cattle, grass, and the whip that we use, you know, to herd them. And I don't know what a door does. Apparently it opens and closes. Is that like some kind of newfangled youngster talk where like doors are, you know, these weird things where it's like, hey, I got a door, wanna see me open it? You know? Oh no, 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 no. Is a door a newfangled innuendo? I always hated those. You know, I hated innuendos like, you know, something like, you know, I don't know, like a bear hug, you know, that's the worst kind of innuendo, you know. It's like, I'll never understand, you know, how some people can be just so open about hugging people. You know, don't they know hugging is like the worst thing that a man can do? You know, it's like, if you hug someone, you know, you're forfeiting your soul. And we can't forfeit our soul on the farm. We have too much work to be done. You know. Do I have to continue talking in this weird persona that I've made up while I'm underwater? I don't think so. I'm not. I mean, it still says whip, but like I'm blowing bubbles. I'm not sure. I don't know how much longer I want to continue on with this weird persona of the whip. I think from here on, I'm just not gonna grab the whip ability whenever I see it. Like, I think I started taking it to a weird place there. Oh wait, we're back. Oh wait, no we're not. Okay. Now we're back. Now it's time I say goodbye to y'all Oh, okay. Never mind. Alright, here it is. The ability to end all abilities. The strongest ability in the game, which I guess we can't use until we encounter like an opponent that warrants using such an ability, which will be right up here. Right? Alright, it's time. It's time. Crash! No, it doesn't crash the game. It just does, like, instant death. You know, normal stuff. Anyway, let's skate right under that and... Okay. Alright, there we go. And that's the end of the level. So, there we go, number 1. Alright, that level was a blur. But that was our first extra level, which is just like a combination of a couple of levels, like, or no, it wasn't. We had another extra level in, like, last episode or something, I don't know. But, I don't know. That one was just like a combination of the other 2 levels, and, like everything else, it was pretty short and sweet. Inside Islands, what does that even mean? Everything has to be alliterated. You know, Friendly Field, Reef Resort, Inside Islands. F-R-I-E, let me guess. N-D? I'm gonna take a guess that it spells friend or friends. Anyway, we'll see if that's true next time. But for now, my name has been, and will be tomorrow, and the day after that, 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 and it always will be Pun Food. Okay, I got a question for you. Do you think that, like, my whip character persona, it's not really a persona, caricature, I guess, maybe, is, like, a good thing, or should I just, like, drop it? I don't feel like, I feel like I've explored it enough, like, as, like, a kind of two-time thing. But at the same time, it's like, it's kind of, fun to do, but it's also like, I worry that I feel like I've already explored like almost every angle I can. And I mean, and it's not how actual, farmers, southern people, or country folk talk. It's a stereotypical caricature of those kinds of people. But yeah, I don't know, every time I use the whip ability, should I talk like that? Should I take the whip ability every time I see it just to do the bit? I don't know, you tell me.